what's up, my Shondaland familia? Yo, check it out. I just wanted to leave a message and say I'm so sorry I cannot be there with you guys today to celebrate B613 Day. Damn! But I'm actually on my way to Mexico City for work. But check it out. I just wanted to thank you guys for your continued freaking support. You Scandal Gladiators are freaking hardcore loyal fans, and we so appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting Unpacking the Toolbox, a Scandal Rewatch podcast. Katie Lowe's and myself are having such a good time taping that damn show. It should be illegal. Damn it! But yo, have an amazing B613 Day today. And don't forget who your favorite gladiator is. Huck. And y'all can listen to Unpacking the Toolbox on iHeart Podcast or wherever you listen to your podcast. Peace, peace, peace.
Hey everybody, happy B613 Day. I'm Malcolm Venable, senior staff writer here at Shondaland, and we're so glad you're here with us. We got a great time ahead of us, I should say. So do me a favor and let me know if you can hear me, see me, tell me where you are. We want to know where you're at, what you're doing as we get ready to have some fun here. Well, with that, let's get this party started. I'm going to introduce the host for the evening. For 10 years, we've known her as Quinn Perkins, but tonight we are going to call her Katie Lowe's. Welcome, Katie.
Hi, everybody. Happy B613 Day. I think this is our first official celebration. Why have we not been doing this for years? I feel like we need to have a B613 specialty cocktail. No?
I like that. I like that little gunpowder.
I know. We have to come up with some amazing name. Everyone who's watching, leave in the comments if you can come up with a B613 specialty cocktail, or what we should plan to do next year. I think this is a great start. We have incredible guests. Surprise guests that are lined up today to tell you about their B613 experiences. But can I tell you guys something really quick, and then I'm going to introduce the Queen King himself. Does anyone know where B613 comes from? Did you know, Malcolm? Do you know this?
Ooh, this is a good trivia question. I do know the answer, but I want to see if the fans know. Let's see.
Maybe we'll wait. We'll wait till the end of the whole thing because I just learned what B613 is. I never knew, and I'm going to ask all of our special guests. So our first guest, who I need to bring on immediately because, I mean, this guy is B613. This guy started the whole thing. This guy is come hell or high water. He is our Papa freaking Pope. He is our one and only, the man, the myth, the legend.
Hello.
Welcome.
How y'all doing? Hey, Katie. Hey, Malcolm.
Hi, Joe.
I'm kind of scared. I want to hide.
Hey, Joe, do you know where B613 comes from?
Well, I do know the answer to that, but like Malcolm, I want to see if our folks who are sort of attending know the answer.
Do the people from the DMV in here, Casperation, Howard County, some people from Virginia, Maryland, y'all are kind of close in the region, so maybe y'all got good ideas brewing over there.
And so many people are just screaming Papa Pope in the comments with multiple exclamation points. I think you're one of the most loved and feared characters in Scandal history. Do you have a favorite B613 scene that you can remember or moment?
I think probably among the many favorite scenes that I remember is with the boy scene. You know, when I am stripped down to my underwear, chained to a chair, and I have the temerity to tell the President of the United States that he is nothing but a boy. That was a door marked exit was the name of the episode.
Oh, I'll never forget it. And you have such power in that moment, even though you've literally been stripped down, practically naked.
It's really interesting dynamic. You know, Tony and I are really good friends, but we were put all the way through that show in situations where we were always at each other's throat. And that probably was the epitome of it, where he is telling me how delicious my daughter is. And then in response, I tell him how much of a boy he is.
Yes, everyone in the comment section knows exactly what you're talking about, and they feel really passionate about it, which is amazing. Did you ever have conversations with I'm going to guess no, but with the writers or Shonda that you were going to be the head of this organization, B613?
No, the only conversation that I had was when they first offered the job. They said that at the end of season 2, it would be clear that I was Olivia's dad. And I said, yes, I'll take the job. But nothing actually was, I mean, maybe they talked about it, but I don't remember having a conversation about B613. That wasn't the important part.
No, I mean, I feel like B613 was not a much later idea, but I don't think that it existed in season 1 of Scandal. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't
think so, because they brought it in shortly. I mean, they brought it in season 3, as I remember.
Yes, I think so. I think it was season 3. This is a great question, and we already have the answer. If Papa Pope had to have a regular job, what would it be?
I have a feeling it would be with old, rusty, dusty dinosaurs.
Isn't that the coolest day job that they gave you ever?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I even used one of the teeth from the dinosaurs as a weapon, if you remember. Jeff's daughter, Zoe, plays a kind of assassin, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I managed to corner her in my museum and then stab her with one of the teeth of the Tyrannosaurus Rex and then put it back in the mouth of the skeleton.
Holy crap, was that horrible. And the Papa Pope that Quinn knows, my fondest memories of B613 is Papa Pope being so like paternal and loving to the baby that you delivered for me in your basement when I was kidnapped. But I have such like affection for those scenes, even though they're not exactly B613. I just associate any scenes I ever had with you with B613. I have to read Tanya Ortiz Dioyen said, I love me some Joe Morton from A Different World to Terminator 2 to Scandal and everything else he has done.
Oh, thank you, Tanya. Thank you.
I mean, has there ever been a more varied, interesting, incredible career spanning film, television, theater?
Yeah.
And we were so lucky on Scandal that we got to watch you do Papa Pope. I mean, people in this chat are just quoting Hell in High Water, all these lines that were just so, I mean, you made them prolific. Oh yeah, see, I am the Hell in High Water, Samaya, Helen, Gerwitz, Pascal. Thank you.
I mean, what was really interesting to me in that particular scene was the way a lot of Black folks responded to all the things that he had to say to her in that scene. There were things that Black parents have said to their children over and over and over again. And that, I think, had as much power in it as I Am the Hell in the High Water. The idea, that he was
twice as good.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's so wonderful.
for you. It was working for you. Get a wide spectrum of appreciation. Jerry, you're a crush. I think Jerry would like you to know that. Papa Joe, you're a crush. But then you're also terrifying people. So it's a great blend of responses to you.
And that's the interesting thing. Going into an airport is a really interesting kind of experience for me because people, what they do is, you can, Christine and I will go walk to the airport and we'll notice people who recognize me, but they're not quite sure what they're supposed to do.
Wow, that's awesome.
If I hang around in any particular place, eventually somebody will walk up to me and say, are you the actor who played? And I will say yes. And then we'll have a conversation. And by the end of the conversation, they'll usually say, wow, you're not as scary as we thought you would be. And I said, well, because I'm not doing Papa Pope at the moment.
I see. This is hilarious. I remember this. Caraspiration. You don't take command. Command takes you. Crystal B wrote, I want my bones. Millie Oakley wrote, my baby had the oval. I mean, come on. My husband, Adam, when we would have scenes together and I would try to memorize my lines, Adam would always read Papa Pope. And it was hilarious. And
I bet it was.
Alexis Williams writes, my favorite monologue is your daddy's rich and your mom is good looking. You are a boy.
You are a boy, yeah.
Yeah, you love she is a door marked exit because with her, you don't have to live up to your father's dreams.
I mean, it's again a really interesting scene. Basically, he's telling the president of the United States that the only reason you are with my daughter is that you know you can leave her, that you will plan to leave her. It's a door marked exit, and that's why you're taking advantage of her, which is why he's clearly pissed at the president.
Yes, and I don't want to just to toot our own Unpacking the Toolbox horn, but Joe Morton may or may not be a fantastic guest on an episode of Unpacking the Toolbox, the Scandal Rewatch podcast coming up. So I've been very lucky. I just got to G and I just got to sit with Joe for a while and hear the whole story of how Papa Pope came to be and Joe's process and how he was the only person other than Shonda and Betsy, and I guess the writers, Tom Verica knew that you were Olivia's dad, and we worked with you all season as the mystery man. And Carrie used to come up to me every once in a while. I guess it was maybe the first read through that we had, and she walked up to me and she said, she said, I never called my parents to tell them who the guest stars are. You're the first person I've done that with, and I hope we have some scenes together. And I thought, I can't believe you never slipped. I can't believe you never.
Well, it helped actually with the character. What a great thing to have a secret that big.
Secret.
And and that's what I mean. Scott Foley and I became really good friends, and we used to talk all the time. And I kind of I was on my way supposedly back to Broadway to do Romeo and Juliet, and Scott knew that, and he said, "So what's happening with Romeo and Juliet?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." I said, something a little bit more interesting may be on the horizon. I never told him what it was. And he was smart enough to know not to ask.
Wow. Well, Joe Morton, thank you for being with us.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you for gracing us with your powerful and brilliant presence. And again, if you want to hear more about Papa Pope, please listen to Unpacking the Toolbox because he's coming up soon. And we have more guests for B613 Day today.
Who's up
Joe,
next?
I love you so much. Okay, the next person, let's just say Quinn Perkins knows this character very intimately.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Here he is.
Hey, how are you? I have my Scandal cocktail. This is just basically tequila and lime.
Okay, so your vote for a B613 specialty cocktail would be a glass.
It would just be
there's a ton of tequila and a whole lime in it.
And a whole lime. Boom, simple. No added sugar, no nothing. You don't get a hangover. You can still do a little bit of torture.
You know what though? That's very un-Charlie because Charlie's specialty cocktail with his sweet tooth.
Yeah,
he would want like a pina colada, guava,
100%,
pink,
100%.
Tops and fireworks
with a donut with a thing stabbed through the middle, right in the top of it. Yeah, of course.
That's exactly right. George, do you remember like learning about B613 at a table read or what your?
I didn't. They didn't. No, I wasn't. I started the show as a guest star, so I wasn't really. I don't think I even came to the first table read or so because I didn't know much about it. I was sort of on a need to know basis. I sort of started to get to understand B613 as I stayed longer, but yeah, to me it just sounded like a vitamin supplement. I didn't quite know what.
Do you know what B613 really is?
Well, I'll pretend I didn't hear about it earlier, but I didn't until I heard earlier today. So
I didn't either. So
funny? It's hilarious.
All of you people listening and watching, put it in the comments if you think you have an idea of where B613
I would love to know what people think it is. Yeah.
And I'll give you guys a hint too. The answer is somewhere on the Shondaland.com site.
Oh crap!
The story posted today, maybe.
And Janae Smith just wrote in that she just listened to the Unpacking the Toolbox bonus episode with George.
Hey! Wait, did you record the thing from Austin? Is that what that one was?
Yes.
Fun.
We were lucky enough to go to South by Southwest and do an Unpacking the Toolbox Scandal Rewatch podcast panel.
So fun.
And George came with us, and then we stuffed our face with barbecue.
As we usually do, always.
Me and Guillermo talk a lot about food on Unpacking the Toolbox, but our trio for the 7 years we were on Scandal was me, George, and Guillermo. Always
stuffing the gob right here.
Snacking, talking about food, and talking about drinks.
Always.
Marissa Torres wrote, "Isn't B613 based off of a CIA unit?"
I don't think so. I don't think
There's a kernel of truth in there.
Is there?
I mean, I have no idea. I mean, of course, on Scandal, we talked a lot about like the underbelly of DC and the real things that go,
Yeah, I think probably if we really knew what happened, it would be way worse than what we did, honestly. But
you think so?
I think so. I don't think we need to know about any of that stuff. I think
oh my God, I drilled a dude's kneecap with a power drill.
Yeah, of course. That's smart.
Can you remember how many times were you naked on a tarp?
My first scene was naked on a tarp, and I don't know. I told people this. My agent sent me the description. It says must be comfortable with nudity and be around power tools, and I was like, I'm in.
I am so impressed that you were like, okay. I would have been like, I don't know.
It's a job. I'll do that. But no, I think I was only naked, tortured once, and other times I was tied up many times.
Oh, that's right. You were tied up on chairs.
Yeah, but only naked the first one in. Thank God I didn't have to diet the whole show for that stuff.
I'm sure the tequila helped.
Yeah, I know, right?
Totally.
Rhonda Dillmore Lyme Miller wrote, "I learned so much about real politics from Scandal, LOL."
Yeah, if she could listen fast enough. My God, we spoke so fast, right?
We spoke so fast. I didn't learn about politics. Well, I learned a lot about politics being on Scandal, just being around Shonda Rhimes, Kerry Washington, Tony Goldwyn, people who are super politically active. But I learned a lot about reading the newspaper and being like, is that real or is that what they want us to read? Because then you start to be all Judy Smith, who's the fixer they hired? Did they have a fixer?
Right. And halfway through the season, that's when the ascendancy of Trump happened, and then we were all going, "Oh my God, what is going on? Oh my God!" And of course,
totally
crazy.
George, do you have any favorite B613 memories?
God, I have so many great memories, honestly. I loved all of our stuff together because, I mean, mostly you and I were together, and I worked for everybody, but we had the most fun, I think. And
oh my God, you worked for everyone.
I worked for everybody. That was the way to stay on the show. I had to work for everybody.
You murdered Amanda Tanner.
Yes, of course.
Oh my God.
I loved the scene. I was just looking at it the other day. I loved it when you and I were waiting for you were in B613. It was like, do we have a job? I said, don't worry. We're both out, but we're going to get work real soon. And we're looking for a toolbox to buy. And we asked the guy, I get the call from Cyrus. Hey, I got something for you to do. And I said, hey, look, we got a job. And I said, do you have anything in
really freelance?
Do you have anything like a blowtorch or anything? And he said, for a bookcase. And I said, we do a lot of reading. We're big readers. So
what would Charlie's if Charlie wasn't B613, what would he be doing for a living?
I think that he would probably, I don't know that he was paid enough. I think he probably would have been a hedge fund manager in New York. He would have gone to New York because he has no pulse. He could totally just absolutely, wreck it on Wall Street. Absolutely wreck it up there.
I thought he would be working at a candy shop.
But that's really scary. That's real scary.
Is that her? Do you remember the name of our daughter?
Oh, no, I don't. Robin. Oh, we named Robin. That's right. That's right.
Isn't that cute? Okay, one last question, and then we're going to let you go. And for everybody, again, Unpacking the Toolbox. Georgie was a bonus episode, special guest, and it is the best episode ever. Me, George, and G had the best time ever together. They wanted to ask you, Sayina, I think is her name. Yeah, Samia Helen Gerwitz Pasquale wanted to know, when do you think Charlie realized he was in love with Quinn?
That's a good question. I don't know which episode it was. When I'm hiding, I'm basically stalking you, and I jump out and I kiss you, and I say, "Is that what you wanted?" And then I walk off. Which episode was that?
Yeah, that was so hot. I forget. I think it was Endless Love. I think it's the epic battle fight scene between, because we were sleeping together or whatever, but then we sleep together. I get a death card that you were going to sleep with me and then murder Quinn.
Yes,
and then
we had a huge fight. And then at the end of it, it's like, mwah. That maybe was it, because I realized it was all just play up to that point. Yeah, that was probably
okay, George. We love you.
Love you.
You're the greatest B613.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Thank you for coming on.
We'll talk to you soon. Let's do a series. Let's go. B613 series.
Guys, B613 spinoff series. Take to the social medias. Make it happen.
Let's go social media.
More
Next,
people are joining, and the answer is circulating in the chat. Some of you figured it out.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way. Oh my gosh, they did?
Yeah, some of you got the answer.
Somebody figured out what B613 means. Okay, we're gonna tell you, but I don't want to have this guest wait any longer. Guys, this lineup is ridiculous. Who we got to hang out with us today, let's just say you're welcome. The next amazing person we didn't find out was B613 till way later. Are you ready? He scares me, and he's so talented. And when I go back and rewatch episodes for the Rewatch podcast, his work is so beautiful. The one and only Mr. Brian Lesher.
Happy B613 Day.
Happy B613 Day to you too, Brian.
You as well. Your card's in the mail and a knife.
And we haven't landed on a cocktail, but did you know what B613 meant?
I did not before our little pre-show. No, not at all. I'm with George. I thought it was a supplement. It made you kill.
Marissa Torres is the one who landed it, but B613 is Shonda's oldest daughter's birthday is June 13th. Harper rhymes. Happy birthday, Harper.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Harper. But maybe the B stands for Brian.
Possibly. In Tom's mind, maybe it did, yeah.
And now tell me about Tom. When did we find out? Remind everybody, when did we find out that Tom was B613?
There was a moment in an office where I had a file, I think, and all of a sudden Jake walks in and it was clear that I was working for him. And then there was another moment where I walked out of Cyrus's bathroom and it was clear that I was also working for Cyrus. In many ways I was working for Cyrus. Yeah.
Carter Challenge just wrote in, yes, 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 this MF was a legend. And I'm so with you, Carter. Legend. So you were really playing. I mean, your work as Fitz's bot security detail and bodyguard, is that the title? I don't even know. Is that?
Yeah.
I mean, was so amazing, and your comedy and your, I mean, everything. It was incredible. Do you have any memories of the show that stick out to you when you think about? I mean, you did so many. How many episodes were you on?
I'm not sure. I think close to 40, maybe. So yeah, it started as the one little scene with Fitz in the Oval Office where he's trying to get out of the office, and we're telling him everything he needs to go through to get out of the office. I mean, there were so many amazing. I felt like Tom was kind of a Swiss Army knife. He got brought in to do all sorts of stuff, and I mean, obviously the Helena Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships, was sort of cool.
I just remembered that.
With Washington.
God, you were amazing in that.
That was pretty cool.
Oh my God, I totally forgot. And I always think of you as the person who like helps Fitz know where he can hook up with Olivia, where the cameras aren't.
Yes.
Like you basically are the vehicle for him to figure out like where can we hook up in the Oval Office? When do they like change over the cameras? And he always goes to you like, I'm going to Olivia's apartment. What is it going to take? And you're like, this is the amount it is going to take so that you can have a booty call.
You remember this scene where Olivia was jogging and all of a sudden Tom runs up next to her and hands her a burner phone and runs away.
Oh yeah.
I love the comedy like that. It was fantastic.
Oh, Kathy Pacific wrote, the B613 who literally made me fall in love with a killer just because of his Helen of Troy speech. Shook me to the core, and lots of claps.
Good writing. Good writing.
Great writing and great performing is what it is. Okay, what other things? Okay, what would be your B613 specialty cocktail of choice? And if you weren't Fitz's bodyguard security, what was Tom's? What do you think his other job would be, or a day job?
I think his cocktail of choice would be a little gasoline mixed with some lime. Do not try that at home, but it sounds like something you do. And then, I think he would have been a Manny. I really think Tom had a sweet side to him.
baby on a train from Vienna. And I just think he had this heart underneath. He just wanted a family. And somehow he got, pulled into subterfuge and killed him.
Would any of you hire him as a manny? Would you trust him in your home?
I have 2 kids right now, Brian. If you want to, I know I'm confusing you for Tom, but my God, I would just love to have you around in any way, shape, form. You are such a gem. Your performance over all the episodes was amazing.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you for coming on. We have to have you as a guest on Unpacking the Toolbox, the Scandal Rewatch podcast, immediately.
I'm in. 100%.
I need to talk endlessly about this Helen of Troy speech, and I think that we should all Guillermo and I should try doing the speech for you, and you can give us acting notes.
Oh, I love that. I'm in. Totally in. I don't want to give you acting notes. That would be
please.
Weird, but I'd love to see that. Yeah.
All right, we love you, Brian. Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Happy B613 Day.
Happy B613. Marissa says, "Nah, he might poison my kid."
By accident or on purpose? We'll know. Okay, we have one last guest, I think, in the waiting room, and I love this human being on camera and off camera so very much. He also is like pretty high up in the B613 ranks. It's sort of all, yeah. He is, well, he's the one and only, the only. Oh, he's so busy. He's on the phone. It's Scott Foley.
No.
Welcome.
Oh, sorry. What's up? What are we doing? Hi, Malcolm.
Happy B613 Day.
Yeah, man, oh man, happy B613 Day to you guys.
Did you know the origins of the name? Did you?
No.
You know on it? Okay.
No, I've never heard of it. I don't know where the
What the hell is wrong? We are such machines that it never occurred to any of us to like ask why this letter and why this group of numbers together. It's so weird.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not sure I cared. I was just so happy to have a job. Like, yeah, sure, B613. Why not?
I think we're all like that. I think we're all like, great, sounds amazing. Do you think we can get a spin-off series? Thanks so much.
Yeah, I mean, look, it wasn't important when it came to building the character or the storyline. Like, it's just a name. And having worked in Shondaland for as long as I have, you don't have questions. You show up, you do your lines, get the hell out of there.
And also because you were on Grey's for a minute, right? You were doing a big arc on that show. Oh, yeah. Also, people are freaking out. Jake, how did you end up being the fall guy? Marcia Hayes wants to know. That broke my heart. You just want Olivia to stand in the sun with you.
Marcia, it's the story of my career, really. I come in, I mix things up. The other guy gets the girl. I get paid, and I go home.
I mean, guys, if you were a Felicity fan, which we know Shonda Rhimes was, Scott Foley's career has been love triangles. And Shonda Rhimes loves a love triangle. And so much of the Scandal experience was, are you Team Jake or Team Fitz? Scott, you know which team I am, right?
No, because I didn't ask. It doesn't matter to me.
I was always Team Jake. I was yes, Fitzy's married. I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is insane. Like, he's taken. You've tried. Like, it's not working.
I am done trying to explain to people why Jake was the better choice. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, just to start with, he was married. Fitz was married. Yeah. I mean, that's for me, that's a non-starter. Like, well, he's the wrong guy.
Non-starter. Except in the Scandal Rewatch podcast, Unpacking the Toolbox, since I've been going back, I've been watching all the episodes, and I try to take pictures of whenever Scott Foley has this sex scene with Kerry Washington, and I text him the picture. So to be against Team Jake, you were doing some creepy stuff in the beginning with a lot of surveillance, and then rewatching videos of your scenes with Olivia Pope. That was not a great setup, in my opinion. Like,
Not
this
a
is a
great
real
setup.
catch.
But here's the thing, not married.
Not married. That wins.
I mean, maybe a creeper, maybe a weirdo, maybe tasked by her father to do all this stuff. Maybe that was his job.
Yeah,
Look, maybe the beginning wasn't ideal. They had a pretty good meet cute in like a coffee shop to begin with. That was very sweet.
Very sweet.
But he's not married. He's available.
He's not married. And he looked great in uniform. You were always wearing the like marine stuff. It was very handsome.
I got that outfit. I got that navy, the white. Yeah.
You kept it. I love it. Great Halloween costume. Great costume for you. I don't think you'll need it for an audition, but great Halloween costume. Okay, wait. So many people. Technically, you were married to Jake? I don't think so. I don't remember that. Technically, you were married to Jake? I don't remember that. Was that in your backstory? Someone tell us what that is. Okay. Carter Challenge says, yes, I miss the unit. The love triangle was the best. Wasn't he married to the woman in Europe? You had a woman in Europe? I don't remember any of this. Lubov Kolosova says, Jake was questionable, yet perfect.
See, now that's my kind of girl.
That's right. That's exactly right. Do you have any favorite B6? Did you have to torture people or get tortured ever? I can't remember. You were in the hole.
I was in the hole. I was definitely in the hole.
That's fine.
I'm sure there was some torture, but you and Huck did all the torture stuff. You guys were, literally unpacking the toolbox.
Yes.
And I'm curious, do you guys walk down the street and think, I could wrap you in duct tape and smother you? Is that something that happens to you guys?
No, I learned from Scandal that I was like, oh my God, thank God for the editors and the directors and everything, because I am not good at that stuff at all. Guillermo is amazing, obviously. He loves horror films. It's like what he does. But, oh wait, Scott, I was going to ask you something and I completely forgot. Great. See, mom brain. Hold on.
You were asking me if there was any any B613 things that stood out.
We had scenes together at the B613 offices that were a fake paper place, and I was at the front. All I remember is being on a front desk, and you're like going by the front desk, and there's papers, right?
I remember this. It was in an office building, and it was like an oval shaped 2-story
center island sort of thing.
But I don't remember anything else about it.
Oh, Crystal B says the B613 girl in Europe that was to wait on him at the train station. She was hired to kill Papa Pope. That was his wife.
Way to go, Crystal B. I don't remember that at all, but I'm sure you are right, and you win. You win.
Thank God for our gladiators, because I'm telling you, like,
they will come in and defend Tony at all costs, and I appreciate it.
So it means you cared, which means you watched, which means we got to have jobs, which means we love you. Thank you very much. Rhonda Dillmore Line Miller says everything was so twisty. Nixel Renus says her name was Elise.
So many mysteries being solved today. I love it. You guys are on it.
Elise. Hold on. Can we look at IMDb and see who the hell Elise is in Scandal? Hold on. Elise.
I am obsessed with this. See, this is what Unpacking the Toolbox is about. It's about the gossip behind the scenes, stuff that we didn't know, stuff that you didn't know. We're all
Elise Martin. Hold on. Elise Martin was B613 agent and Jake Ballard's wife. The character Elise was a supporting character. I know this chick. Hold on a second. I don't have my glasses.
This is so funny. Oh my God.
Mia Mastro. Here, hold on.
Everyone loves that we don't remember this. Oh my God, that's right. Wait, I don't remember that at all. She's beautiful though.
What? I remember her, and we had fun together, and I do remember. I didn't know we were married though. Didn't Jake get married to I remember a wedding. He did get married. Come on, Malcolm.
Jake was married like 3 times, and she got shot on the bench trying to escape. Yeah, but see, that's the point. Jake was available. He's a widower. Fitz is currently married. That's what we're saying. We're saying that.
But they got divorced though, didn't they? Melly and Fitz. Didn't she become president? He had nothing to do with it.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. Guys,
What do you mean? Yeah. Yes.
I was pregnant the whole last season. I don't remember anything. Like
Everybody had side chicks, side dudes.
Everyone.
I mean, Malcolm, what are we talking about here? This is literally 10 plus years ago. I have no recollection of half of this stuff.
This is why the podcast exists, because I'm going back and rewatching the show and relearning stuff like it is the first time, because we were so busy trying to remember our lines, word perfect, and we just, I couldn't, like, if you told me something happened in the White House, I don't really remember it, to be completely honest. Like, I don't.
Well, the strange thing is, Katie, that we had to watch the shows when they aired because of live tweeting. So we sort of paid attention, but there were so many different storylines weaving in and out all the time that I if I showed up to set on time, I was happy.
Yes, same. I think it was very, I'm taking a photo of us. I think it was very, we didn't really watch the episodes like I watch them now. G and I pour over the episodes, we focus, and I'm like, oh my God, there are so many amazing moments. The show holds up. So trust me, guys, I say this to G on the podcast all the time. I watch our show and I'm watching all the other shows, and Scandal is just as good. I swear, like, it's Scott, your work on it is so beautiful. It's so fun. It's so smart. Olivia Pope is one of the best characters I've ever seen on television, hands down. Like, praise. She's honestly one of the most. And Kerry Washington's performance is bananas. Not to mention Jeff Perry, Tony Goldwyn, Scott Foley, Bellamy Young, Guillermo Diaz, Josh Molina, Darby Stanfield, Cornelia Smith Jr. Who am I missing? George Newbern, Joe Morton. I was okay. But I was happy to hang out with all these people. Last person, Mel DeKey writes, I'm in the middle of rewatching for the 8th time. Definitely my top 6 of all-time TV shows. Them not remembering details is too funny.
Mel, I love that you've done that. That's like, I mean, you're talking 1,000 episodes of TV that you've seen, and it's all Scandal. Yes. Congratulations.
Yes.
God, I wish I had that in me.
Yes. Thank you, guys. We will report back someday and find out what the B is of 613. Now that we know 613 is Harper Rhymes' birthday.
Shout out to Harper. Happy birthday, Harper.
Happy birthday, Harper. I'll tell you, she's got a big one tonight, 21.
Wow, that's huge. Scott Foley, thank you for coming on. We love you. We love you.
Thank you for having me, Malcolm. It was a pleasure. Katie,
happy B613.
I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you
I'll see you Thursday.
Thursday. All right.
I get to hang out with Scott this week. We're hanging out because we really are real life friends. Even though when we ended the show, Scott said, I've done television. Like, it's hard for people to like stay in touch. And we literally are on a text chain with the entire Scandal cast and their significant others, and we text every day.
Well, I'll tell you, Katie, I have done, I did a bunch of shows before Scandal. I've done some since. I keep in touch with one cast.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good group, man. It's a good group.
It's the best group, and it's all thanks to you Gladiators who are still watching, who are rewatching, who are supporting Unpacking the Toolbox, the podcast. We love you guys. We feel your support. We love you. Thank you. You know you can get the podcast anywhere you can download podcasts. Share, subscribe, like, tell your friends. Go to Hulu, rewatch the show. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all the things. Am I missing anything?
Is it on Hulu?
It is on
Scandal's on Hulu.
It is.
Since when?
I kind of recent. I mean, not really recent. I think like a year maybe, but I could be completely wrong.
Or something, yeah.
But like since we've been doing the Scandal Unpacking the Toolbox, everyone's rewatching it on Hulu and then listening to the podcast, and they're hearing all the behind the scenes stuff, and it's a whole situation. And now I'm going to go figure out what my B613 day cocktail is going to be tonight. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Again, listen, Scott Foley, I love you. I'll see you in 48 hours.
All right, Scott.
I love you too. Thanks, Malcolm. Thanks, Katie Q. I just got a text from George Newbern. Saying, where are my residuals from Hulu?
Well, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Thank you all for being here. All you people from all over the world. And thanks for coming to celebrate B613 Day with us. Don't forget, as Katie said, to listen to the Unpacking the Toolbox Scandal Rewatch podcast on the iHeart podcast. And don't forget to keep watching Scandal on Hulu and tweeting and sharing your OMG moments.
Yes, please
Thanks,
do.
everybody.
We love you all. Thank you. Happy B613 Day.
All right. Bye, y'all. Don't hurt.